And what 2K has to realize is, can they create a gameplay, a game style that allows for us to enjoy the game past the bells and whistles? What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Invade, and we are back with another video, man. I told you guys yesterday that we were going to react to the next gen gameplay today, which of course we are going to do. I would have done it yesterday, but my stupid video messed up, so we got to redo it today. So you guys are going to be getting my reaction to the next gen gameplay to Mother Trucking Day and right about now. But before we get started, listen, man, make sure you guys drop a like. Let's try to get this video to 50 likes. Leave a like and comment. And a subscribe if you're new to the YouTube channel. You already know I'm trying to grow and do this thing every day and get better. So here we are. It's in the morning, bro. It's like, what is it? It's 9:52 a.m. and we in here putting in work. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Eric Benish, executive producer for NBA 2K21.
And all right, right off rip, I'm going to say this looks decent. I'm not going to say it looks great, but it looks decent.
And Mike Wang, the NBA 2K gameplay director, aka Baluba.
And before I can even say anything, we've already loaded the game. We're in gameplay, just like that. It's that fast. Here we're getting a good look at lower bowl right away. You can see all of the players.
I'm not going to hold you. That was fast as balls. As far as like how quick it loaded up and everything, yeah, that was fast. That was really fast.
The staff of the arena, like the security guards, the
staff looks good.
Warming up. All
this is normal stuff.
Huddling. It's just an incredible coming together in real time of all. And there's Ali LaForce right there on the screen. You see so much new content in the game this year that lower bowl. I'm just.
See, here's the thing though, like when they say so much new content, they, you know what? I'm gonna talk about it later. I'll talk about it later. Let's go through this.
So impressed by what the team did, making the arenas come alive.
And definitely something we could never do on the current gen.
Absolutely. Like the next gen hardware, it opens so many doors for us for what's possible, not just for the presentation element we just showed there. It affects everything, like how great the players look, how realistically they move, the lighting, the reflections. Just, I know a lot of people like to make fun of it, but honestly, the sweat looks incredible.
I love the sweat.
I do too. The overall look of the game is true next gen to me, and that's something I'm very, very proud of.
Yeah, big shout out to the R team. They really stepped up and they did some great work this year.
For sure. So, like I was saying, this is our
hey, nobody, like, who really sits here and watches all this though? Is what I'm saying. Like nobody really looks at all that. Is what I'm, like the normal 2K casual player doesn't sit and just wait for all that to go on.
We showed this camera, and this is a camera that we talked about, Eric, when we were watching some of the games in the bubble. They were showing this.
Like, who plays in? Nobody plays in this camera angle. I think it's a cool angle, but nobody actually plays in this angle.
And we showed this camera, and this is a camera that we talked about, Eric, when we were watching some of the games in the bubble.
Still same behind the back.
Showing this camera, or this camera view from the.
What I'm seeing right there, we got the same behind the back right there.
That would be good.
This probably looks smoother.
It's kind of fun to play in something real close like this.
Yeah, I love this rail cam. For me, like showing off the visuals was so key to our next gen experience, and bringing the camera
54% covered. Lord Jesus Christ.
To the floor.
It's gotta be on rookie then.
New perspective to the
gotta be on rookie.
I've been, playing this game here as an employee for over 18 years, and I feel like this year, it's amazingly fresh to me, and I can't wait to come to work every day and play it.
Absolutely. And there was a quick look at the one of the new green flashes you'll see. When you get a green, people love their green releases.
You're probably hearing a new announcing crew actually going on right now. We actually have a complete, second commentary team into the game.
Oh my God!
So whenever you're
that was big.
Yeah, that's gross. I ain't gonna even hold you. That's gross. That looked really good. That actually looked really good. But everything else from what I'm seeing,
Grant Hill doing color.
Like of course, it's tough to say how far and deep everything's gonna go because of how everything is right now.
Guest commentators we have. It's really impressive what the audio team has done.
Just the same behind the back.
Having different dynamic
fade.
kind of come into your
the same
game.
step back that we have right now in the current gen.
Experience is unique.
Yeah, and just to go back to that last possession too, just that was something you talked about in the blogs, was the ability to do contact alley-oops this year. That's a new impact engine at work, and it's really nice because you don't feel snatched into these.
Okay,
things,
we got
but,
that.
We
Still got the same stuff here. The same
same
behind triple threat moves. I like doing those moves like that. So
that I really enjoy is honestly like the foot planning kind of tech you have in the game.
That's the thing that I really want to see is the foot
sometimes
planting
you can't even really appreciate it until you like compare side by side current gen and next gen, but if you just watch the players,
That's what I'm really. That's what I'm
seeing,
seeing, and that's exactly what I'm talking about.
They were sometimes they slid around.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, we have so much more we can and want to talk about, but honestly, we just wanted to give you a couple of minutes of gameplay. I want to thank everyone for watching this, for following us for all these years, for supporting us on the next gen. We have so much more to show you. We have WNBA beats coming up about the W. We have my NBA. And more.
So they got a lot of new stuff coming too.
So stay tuned.
So here's my opinion.
I promise you are going to enjoy it. Thank you, everyone.
So here's my
Thanks,
opinion.
everyone.
I'm gonna loop this if I can. Can I loop this? I'm just gonna repeat it and let it go, and I'm gonna turn this all the way down. Okay, so here's my opinion on the game right now. We didn't really see anything other than them showing a lot of the same stuff that they always show, and they always do that. For the most part, like they show. Nobody sits here and watches all this stuff. You get right into the game and we're playing. That's what we normally do. I don't think the casual player actually sits there. Maybe that's just me. I don't naturally just sit here and just watch all this stuff. So to me, the way that I like to explain this to a lot of people is I explain it this way. 2K is known for bells and whistles. They always do really well on bells and whistles. And so the way that I like to compare it is, let's say you get ready to go buy a car. All right, you getting ready to go buy a car, and you go to buy the car, and the car got heated seats. It's got AC that's working well. You got leather in the car. You got chrome on the inside. You got you got the Bose Beats on your stuff. All this other crap that's the bells and whistles. You got GPS. You got the iPhone plug-in thing, so you can play all your music as soon as you do it. You got the Bluetooth. You got all this stuff in there. Your rims and everything. Like, it's clean. You got the cleanest looking car, right? Then you get in the car and you realize it ain't got an engine. That's what 2K is really good at doing, chat. They're really good at giving us the bells and whistles. We get the graphics. The game looks great. We get the animations. They, for the most part, are pretty well. And all this stuff, and the new parks, and the new clothes, and the new hairstyles, and the new tattoos, and all this extra stuff that we get in the game. And then the bells and whistles fall off, and then you're forced to play just the game. And what 2K has to realize is, can they create a gameplay, a game style that allows for us to enjoy the game past the bells and whistles? This is why fighting games, and this is why so many other games do so much better. It's because once you get past the graphics, at the end of the day, it's about the gameplay. This is why NBA 2K 15, 16, and even to a degree 17 were really good games that people all enjoyed, because if you think about it, we got the same parks. It wasn't anything crazy. I think we got 15, 16, and 17 were the exact same parks for the most part. Maybe a little bits of different changes, but for the most part, they were the exact same parks that we got. And we still all played those games crazy because they had people that were playing. We never had to wait for games consistently. We had streaks. People wanted to beat the streaks. There was always people waiting to play the games. The animations felt really good. You were able to do everything, so people played more because you could do everything. You didn't feel like you were limited. There were so many different things that the 15, 16, and 17, and I would even go back and say to a degree NBA 2K10 and NBA 2K11, that were so fun that made you want to continue to keep playing the game, regardless of how the game looked. The graphics and stuff was great, don't get me wrong, but what came apart with that was the fact that the game was really, 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 really good gameplay wise, and that's what kept people, because after you get past the graphics, it's the meat and the potatoes. Can we get to the game? After you eat your french fries, can we get to the burger? And the burger's nasty, you ain't gonna eat the hoe. You feel me? And not to say that 2K is a hoe or something, but that's really what's going on at the moment, is that they're touting graphics right now. And obviously we didn't get to see a big improvement in gameplay because this was only 3 minutes and there wasn't anybody playing any really crazy thing. And obviously, they're playing from a totally different camera angle because they wanted to showcase. But again, bells and whistles. So my thing here is, once we get the game and we get into the gameplay of it, are they going to have a good enough game for us to want to play it? That's the thing that matters. Is the gameplay itself going to be good enough to where we can say at this point, all right, I'm going to keep playing this game regardless of the graphics. The graphics are great, but the game feels good. And once you get to the point of you saying the game feels good, at that point you have now made it. And this is why it's a make or break year for 2K. Because if the gameplay is not good, people aren't going to play it. I really, really don't want to see people especially everybody else or anybody come from current gen and then they say this game feels like it's a current gen game, because if they say that, that means 2K failed. And I have faith in 2K because they came from 2K14. That's when we got the Xbox One, the initial one, and the PS4, and the game felt different. It played better. The park was cool. All that type of stuff was great. But here we go, man. We're right back at it again. Are we going to be able to make that jump to next gen and really experience the gameplay from the foot planting techniques? Is the defense going to be way better? Is the movement going to be way better? Is the animations from crossovers going to flow way better? Is the my builder or my player builder going to be way better? Is the latency on servers going to be way better? Are we going to, has it gone down to the point to where we can actually play so the game feels more like we're playing offline than more than it plays like online? I mean, if you play the difference of the game encouraging, going offline to online is a totally different. Even going from park to rec is totally different. It's a totally different latency, and you constantly have to readjust your shot, whatever you're using, to whatever mode that you're playing. Is these modes going to now become more of a intertwined mode to where everything kind of plays as close as the original as possible? And when I say original, I mean playing offline. Now, obviously there's only so close as you can get because there are inherent latencies that are going to happen, but you want to try to minimize that as much as possible. And I think the biggest issue that we have right now is that the latency is so bad in these games right now that it almost makes it really, really tough to even believe in 2K to try to get everything down. But I'm going to trust in them to get it done and do things the right way. The gameplay, like I said, I saw some similar animations and stuff. I'm not gonna judge the game off of that until I touch the game myself. It's just like Mike Wang saying, or Mike Wang said, as you go into the game and start playing with foot planting techniques and all that type of stuff, you'll really start to feel the difference. And that's what I'm gonna pay attention to. Obviously, graphics matter, but I am a big proponent of gameplay. And if they can get back to creating a fun game, gameplay-wise, all the other stuff won't matter. Yeah, you still have the casuals that'll say like, yo, I wanna get a new haircut, or I wanna do this and all that, but they'll still play the game because the game feels good. And I feel like 2K is so busy adding bells and whistles, aka dodgeball, aka the beats have been, and all these other type of stuff, and they're not, I don't want to say they're not focused on the game itself, but maybe they reached their full capacity on current gen, and next gen they'll be able to take it to the next level. I hope that's the case. I don't know, but I'm really hoping that's the case, because that would be great. At this point, only one way to find out. But that's probably going to be it for me at this video right now. I think overall I would give, it does look real. Graphics look great. I'm a big fan of the graphics, but I want to see some actual gameplay. Stay tuned for some more news. As they said, they still got to do the new park mode. They've got to do WNBA. They got a lot of stuff that's coming, and I will be dropping videos all on it now that I can edit it. So hopefully you guys enjoy the video, man. Again, right now I'm in an iffy situation. I think the game is going to be good. I'm trusting that they're going to have the game be the way they're supposed to be. And man, all we can do is pray, 2K. That's all we can do is pray, 2K community. That's all we can do. Shout out to everybody that's here watching, man. Make sure you guys leave a like, leave a comment, leave a sub, tell your friends about me. I'll see you guys in the next video.